Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Happy Hump Day, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series presented by SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Kentucky Speedway, scene of all the action tonight. We are in for a good one, folks. We've got 29 drivers checked in. Been watching several. Watching this guy right here because he is quick. 30 truck of Justin Durand. Atop the speed chart at the moment. 78 truck. Where did I see him at? Lots and lots going on. Plenty to report. If this is your first time with us, make sure that you like, share, and follow if you are on Facebook. And hit the subscribe button, YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo. You'll know every single time that we go live. Awesome racing coverage. Next week, tentatively scheduled on Tuesday night, Digital Sim Racing League's All-Star event. A 3-segment event. They'll have their All-Star Open, the first part of the show, and they will have segment 2 and then the money segment, segment 3. Starting at about 9 o'clock Eastern. They will go into the practice at 8, have a happy hour, and then run the sessions the rest of the way out. Right now, looks like KR Stolfus is going to be scheduled to cover those. I'm going to go and perform race control duties for these guys. But we're back here on next Wednesday night and the following week. It all starts up again. May the 4th, May the 5th. DSRL back. Trucks on Monday. B-Cars on Tuesday. And as always, the Midwest Truck Series on Wednesday. So we're starting to fill the schedule back in. And that'll run through most of the summer. Guys, do not be afraid to say hi in the chat. I see plenty of people watching. Type in, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. You got a favorite driver, shout them out. Just got about a minute and 20-ish seconds in the practice session before they hit qualifying. And then we're going to put them out here and watch them rip it about 100 laps. Corey Blevins just now dropped into the service, so make it 30 officially. The big 3-0. The group of trucks, the 707 of Chris Gaxel. That's 23 of Frankie Chavez. I didn't see who else was in that shot right there. There's Travis. Now, I dig that truck. That looks like the old Tonka machine from years ago. There's your defending series champ. 27 of Brock Bigelow. Don Jordan is right there. Coy Callis. That's the 55 of Kyle Gomez. And I think is that the 81 of yeah, that's the 81 of Harley Barletta in there as well. There's the 56 of Brady. Well, that was one of the trucks that I did not see a second ago. Or I saw, but I couldn't catch the number on. And it looks like the 14. No, the 6. That's the 6 of Travis Scheid there beside him. That was who else was in that shot. There's my Hams Bear, buddy. Old Ryan Campbell. Making him a lap or two. Time looks like it's running out. And we're going to get ready to move on with qualifying. So we'll reset all the times. And we will start watching drivers get ready to roll out. See old Brock Bigelow. Looking like he's ready to do some rolling. Hello, Jennifer. I talked to your brother a little while ago. He's over running some funky deal at Pocono. Michael Everett's on the track. Cody Smith, the 33. We watched him at the beginning of the show. Russell Harold is out. There's Corey Blevins bringing the 24 truck out. I don't know if Barletta's going to be the first one to cross the line, but he's about halfway around on his first timed lap, and that gives him a leg up on everybody with the camera. Microphone on that camera is turned so far down. Wow. $31 and $12 instantly bested by Bigelow at 30.94. Let's see what McAvoy does. He's up the backstretch here. Harold, Kamba, Downing, Everett. They're starting to post times. First time by McAvoy, 14th quick, but he took the high route, trying to burn a little fuel, put a little heat in the tires. Bigelow at 30.94 is still atop. He slowed down on his second lap, but he is still up top. There goes Greg Smith, 30.89. About a half a tenth better. What does McAvoy throw down? He'll go fourth quick. 31.01 for Mr. McAvoy. Corey Blevins, ninth quick. There's Father Time, Reed Rundle. And Rundle on his second lap. He's 16th quick the first time by. Where's Adam Vinny? Adam Vinny is just now rolling off pit road. If only there was a way to convince him, Amanda. If only there was a way to convince him. Second time by for Rundle. 31-23 did not improve. Adam Vinny now on the clock. We'll watch Vinny. It's still Greg Smith, 30-89. Vinny has got to go out here and put something down that's fast. Justin Durand, second quick. Then Bigelow. I think that's Cody Smith and Brian McAvoy, the top five right now. Here comes Vinny. First time by for Adam. 31-57, 27th quick, but lap 2 is the money lap. Little wide there in turn 3. Think I would have liked to have seen him a little closer to the line, cut some of that racetrack off. We'll see what he posts for a time here on lap number 2. Adam Vinny, 31-42. So Vinny, 24th quick. Frank Ranger on track trying to finish his second lap. He'll be the last of the cars to go. Derek Bacorn not going out, it looks like. I am writing something down, folks. I need just a moment. Father Time is in the dash for cash. And 23rd, Gomez. So, Ryan, Blevins, Barletta, Rundle, and Gomez are the dash for cash drivers. Whichever one of those drivers finishes the highest tonight when the checker flag falls gets the dash for cash money. 29 of our 30 drivers did take time. Qualifying over. And that leaves one thing. 100 laps of racing. Greg Smith, Justin Durand on the front row, the 60 and 30. Brock Bigelow in the 27 and Cody Smith in the 33, row number 2. Brian McAvoy, the 79. Dana Ryan in the 1, make up row 3. Then our fourth row is the 6 of Travis Scheid and the 88 of Todd Keir. Brandon Mackey in the 99, Russell Harold in the 19, make up row 5. We'll move to row number 6. We find the 24 of Corey Blevins next to the 81 of Harley Barletta. Kevin Spaulding in the 25 and Coy Callis in the 2 in row number 7. Eighth row is the 8 of Michael Everett and the 18 of Travis Downing. Chris Gaxel, the 707, Reed Rundle, the 43. That's the 9th row. The 10th row is Jonathan Scott, the 51, and Stephen Pearson, the 83. Then Ryan Camba, the 204. Brad Ebel, the 56, in row number 11. Row 12, Kyle Gomez, the 55, and Adam Vinny in the 64. Frank Chavez, the 23, and Scott Jensen, the 78, make up our 13th row. Our 14th row is Todd Kleek in the 45 and Frank Ranger in the 17. And then the back row, side by side, the 28 and the 47. Jordan on the inside and Bacorn on the out. Everybody has filled in.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
We got to assemble the field. We have drivers that are going to move to the back. I know Adam Vinny is one of those. I felt like Greg Smith might have been one. Justin Durand is definitely one. Caution count Scott King? I don't know. I would think maybe 2 or 3 max. This is a big track, very racy, wide, a lot of space. These guys usually do pretty good on the 1.5 miles when there's a lot of space to race. So Adam Vinny Brian McAvoy, Derek Bacorn. In the 47, they all look like they're at the back. We're waiting for Justin Duran to fall back there, and Brock Bigelow is your fifth driver to make his way to the back of this field, it looks like. You good for later, Scotty? We getting together? All right. One more time around. We're getting the one to go signal right here. I had to get everybody in order. Top 5 in the points. Bigelow, then Bacorn, Durand, McAvoy, and your points leader, Adam Vinny. And they will start reverse order. So Vinny, tail end Charlie. Four. Where are you at in this thing, Mr. Herman? I don't see you out here. I'm going to bet more than 4 tires get worn out here tonight. I'm betting more like about 240 tires get worn out here tonight. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. Watch them roll into turn number 3. We'll get ready when they come out of turn 4 for a green flag. Just being a dad. Well, you know, it's a good thing to be. Very noble profession there. I went through it. It's always fun. All right, ready to go. Green flag racing. Midwest Truck Series presented by SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Underway at Kentucky Speedway. Good start for Cody Smith on the outside. I don't think he's going to clear the line. I think Smith will get him back on the inside. So the Smith and Smith show up front. Greg and then Cody right now headed down the backstretch. Into 3 and 4 for the first time, and it looks like Greg Smith poised to be the leader on lap number 1. By the stripe the first time, Smith and Smith. Ryan is third. Scheid and Keir 4 and 5. Corey Blevins is 6th. Side by side with Scheid and Ryan right now. They have not figured out who is going to run in the third spot and who's going to run fourth. Cody Smith. Problems. Who wrecked? It says that Todd Cleek went off track. Let's see what happens to Mr. Cleek. It might be in front. Oh my. That was way in front. Let's go back. Let's go back and catch that yellow flag. I know who to go look at now. That is already in progress. Wow, this was unexpected. Harley Barletta's right there. Oh, and Callis drifts down and right hooked the 707, and he just started a gigantic chain reaction. Don Jordan barely got stopped right there. There's Frankie Chavez getting his truck righted. Callis is rolling 18 heavy damage on that 18 truck. I just saw the 33 when I put the camera back to him down on the apron, and I think he might have just got loose there and had to catch the truck. He'll go to pit road, make sure he doesn't have any damage. Harley Barletta. Truck is dog tracking. Left front fender's missing. The right front fender's missing. Right whole side of that truck is crushed in. He's got a lot of spoilers bent. 81 trucks on an uphill battle the rest of the night. Brad Evil's in. I think he's got right. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's just a dark fender. I thought he had right front damage somehow. Adam Vinny is in. He's got damage. His right front fender is missing. He got a piece of that action. There's Kyle Gomez. Front end's crushed in. Left rear corner's mashed up. Coy Callis has tons of damage. Downing, tons of damage. Chris Gaxel. He's got all-around damage. Man, I'll tell you what. The first incident of the night, lap 2, and that collected a lot of trucks. And I'll tell you, it's rough on the guys that had to go to the back and start because a couple of them got into it. Adam Vinny got a big piece of that. Did Scott Jensen get some of that? Oh, yeah, he's got all kinds of damage. 78 truck. Barletta really got a lot. I mean, he got a lot. Bigelow. Oh, Bigelow got it in the back end. That's why the back of his truck's missing. Let's see if we can. Oh, front end. Yeah, he got it in the front end. I bet he got pushed into something. That's what it looks like to me. Bad news all around. Bad news. They're doubled up. We're getting ready to go back to green already. So a lot of the contenders and a lot of the top 5 in points. Damage in that incident right there. It looked like it, didn't it? And this is the wrong place for bumper cars. Anna Smith. We had to know she was cheering for the Smith boys. Good on her. Well, where did Cody Smith come back out at? Looking through my list. There he is, 19th. Did you hear me earlier, Scott? Are we still good? Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Mobile sim racing business. Give me some details on that, Mr. Herman. All right, we're ready to go back to green flag racing. Now to 4. We're going to restart on to lap number 5. Green flag back in the air. Greg Smith with another great start. Sounds good. I'll go to our Discord and hang out in the admin room. Scheid working on Ryan to take second, and he's got Kier behind. I thought Kier was going to get up there and give him a push, and Kier rolled off the throttle and gave a little space right there. Kier 4th. Mackey 5th, side by side with Blevins, then Captain Spaulding. In behind that, 7th, Russell Harold and Reed Rundle trying to sort things out. Father Time working around the 19. He's got the door open, and Stephen Pearson will roll through as well. Harold stuck to the outside. That may open the door and let Michael Everett make a move and put Everett into the top 10 coming out of turn 4 if he can finish this pass. That's Jonathan Smith and Derek Bacorn, or Jonathan Scott, I'm sorry, and Derek Bacorn. There's Justin Durand. He is the first of our top 5 in points. Running in the 14th spot and trying to do something about that. Michael Everett completed the pass, left the door open. Harold still trapped up on the top side. Jonathan Scott, the 51, are working down low. Here comes Durand, and Durand is on a heater. He is picking off about a car a lap right now. That's cool, man. Are you generating your own power and doing your own, like, internet stuff? Starlink or whatever. Oh, Russell Harrod, I thought he was getting loose coming out of turn 4 right there. Bacorn was coming up the track and Harold was coming down, and I thought they were going to have a meeting of the minds for a moment. And as we all know, the same matter cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Here comes Brian McAvoy. McAvoy 15th. He was in that top 5 going to the back. Dana Ryan now trying to take the lead over there. 3 wide. The Smith boys middle, bottom, and Ryan up top. Corey Blevins is in the middle of this thing. He's just looking for some open racing room. He wanted a lane clear, and he's going to get it now. Greg Smith back to the point. Ryan second. Blevins. Man, these guys are out of line. Why is Cody Smith? Oh, no. Cody Smith lost a lap. Oh, boy. I did not realize that. He's got a fast truck. He may be able to get his lap back the old-fashioned way and then hope for a caution. Oh, okay. I got you. So are you doing like AI races then? Hello, Shane Collier. Welcome to the chat. We're going up front. Still Greg Smith, Dana Ryan, Corey Blevins now third. He's making a move to the inside of Ryan on the front stretch. Blevins, 2 second, right in front of Ryan. I mean, he's getting a push up the backstretch there so close. Now they separate, getting into turn 3. And Corey Blevins closing in on the leader. We're single foul through about the first 8, maybe 9 here. Yeah, 8. Justin Durand now 11th. 9th and 10th are side by side. Stephen Pearson on the bottom. Michael Everett up top. Durand right behind him. McAvoy now right behind Durand. Got his own battle going on. He is working alongside the 51 of Jonathan Scott trying to get a position. Everett and Pearson are still side by side, and Justin Durand is just waiting for one lane to clear so he can go there. Good luck from the cockpit cam on Durand's 30 truck. Battle in front of him has worked out, but now they're catching Cody Smith in the 30. You're not kidding. Durand now up to 10th. Got around Michael Everett. Everett's trapped on the high side, and McAvoy is going to get by him as well. So from 9th to 12th, almost in the snap of a finger, 8 truck out of the top 10 for the time being. Go back towards the front because Greg Smith has opened the gap now. Blevins drove to his bumper. That was about 3 laps ago. And since that time, Greg Smith has opened it up 0.4 of a second. Dana Ryan is still third. Todd Keir is fourth, and Kevin Spaulding in the top 5 now. Mackey 6th. Scheid, Rundle, Pearson, Durand round out the top 10. Let's go find out. 64 truck, retired. 707, retired. 81, retired. 27, retired. So Bigelow, Barletta, Gaxel, Vinny, all out. Scott Jensen, lap, almost 2 laps down out here, making laps. Looks like they got most of that truck fixed. A lot of Barabond, probably on the right side. They got most of that truck fixed. Rest of these guys have bailed. Lap 2 crash. took 2 of your top 5 in points and a third contender, Chris Gaxel. Just got a little help getting turned, and then it turned into a melee. Kind of ugly. And I think, Dylan, that depends on all the parameters and the settings that you put in, plus all the equipment that you have. So we're watching Dana Ryan running in third. Keir and Mackey now, as Mackey got around Spalding, and that just happened just a couple of moments ago. Now Travis Scheid is working on Kevin Spalding, so is Reed Rundle. Watch the driver, 25, see if he can hold these guys off. And that was a good run into turns 1 and 2. He cleared Travis Scheid and pulled out. Reed Rundle went to the high side. And now he may pass the 6 when we get down here to turn 3, and it looks like he's going to get the job done. There's Justin Durand. Still in 10th, but trying to work his way forward. We're almost 25% of the way through this thing here. A couple more laps. We'll be, oh, contact. Oh, contact. Oh, this is not good. We're not going to get a caution. They're going to keep them straight. Yeah, I don't think we're done yet. I don't think Reed Rundle can drive his truck. Oh, Cody Smith. Wow. Yeah, we're going to have to rewind this, too, because this started long before this. Oh, Scheid in there just a little strong. Got into Rundle, and then Rundle couldn't control it. And I think Rundle's truck got broke when he got hit right there. McAvoy got a lot of this and then couldn't get off the 43 for some reason. Cody Smith comes rolling by, catches a piece. Is that Kyle Gomez that he got? No, it was a 78 truck of Scott Jensen. Man, that guy can't catch a break tonight. And Rundle's truck looks just annihilated on the right side. And I think the left side's just as bad. And Cody Smith just cruising by, waiting for a caution so he can get a lucky dog. Ends up in it, and he will not get the lucky dog. Leaders all headed for pit road. Watch Greg Smith here. I've seen that in action. So Frank Ranger stays out. He will assume the lead in the 17 truck. Everyone else on pit road. Dana Ryan will be the first to get out of pit road. Then Smith. Well, maybe not. Yeah, then Smith, then Blevins. Spalding picks up a couple. Mackey, Durand, Keir, Bacorn, Everett. I want to grab a driver here. Reed Rundle, you got a copy?
No, sir, I do not.
It might be a bad time to ask you, man. From the cockpit, tell me what you felt and what you saw out there, because we watched it happen live, and then we watched it happen on replay.
I don't know. I mean, I thought I had room down. I think he still had room low, and as I started to enter turn 1, the back end got away from me. I thought I saved it, and then kind of collected a few other guys. I feel bad. I had no steering after I hit the wall the second time.
That's what it looked like, and kind of what I called out. I thought your steering got broke when you got pounded on that right front tire, and just looked like the truck was pretty much out of control. Looks like it's terminal.
Oh yeah, it's it's not a good night for Lumber Dude Outlaws, that's for sure.
Man, I tell you, your partner got knocked out in the first caution, and you here in caution number 2. Might be time to regroup.
Yeah, it happens. That's racing. Like I said, I think there was enough room low, and all of a sudden
he came down.
yeah, race control's calling it on me, so we'll leave it at that.
Oh, all right. Well,
I won't say another word.
I got you, brother, because I understand where that might go. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and I'll see you on the racetrack real soon.
Thank you, man.
Father Time, Rita Rundle right there, not having a good night. His whole team having a bad experience tonight. So let's get ready to re-rack this thing. Go green here with 17 of Frank Ranger. Ranger Danger out front. You don't know about which one, Scotty. The call or the wreck? All right, pace car. Now I know what you're talking about. Pace car is out of the way. Mr. Ranger going to get us into the start zone. He is just picking up speed a little. Green flag, and away he goes. A little older tires. We'll see how this works out for him because he is way out front of these guys. Greg Smith going to get back in front of the pack. Spalding and Reinl duel side by side. Durand and Blevins, and Durand is going to have the best of it. He may get everybody 3 for 1 on lap 1. It looks like he's going to do it down the backstretch. Durand clears everyone else. The only person he's going to chase is Greg Smith. Now they're all coming back 4 wide. I don't think it's going to work, boys. And you're going to prove me wrong right here until you get to that 17 truck, aren't you? Ranger right in the middle of this. We cannot do 5 wide, and Kevin Spalding wisely rolls it up, but Brandon Mackey says, nope, I'm going 4 wide, and I'm going all the way to the roof. And Mackey made a move to pick up 2 spots through turns 1 and 2. He might get another one right here in turn 3. He should sail by the 17 truck. 17 on them old tires just drifting. Now down in front of Durand. Good job not turning him around there. Wow. Things getting hectic around the 17 truck. Ranger on the old tires trying to hang on. He is getting swallowed by the field, and he is already back to 20th. He started this race 2 laps ago on the pole. Control car. Meanwhile, Smith gets away from Ryan. Blevins to 3rd. Baycorn up to 4th. Mackey hangs on to 5th. Then Durand. Spalding, Kier, Kamba in the top 10. He runs 9th. Jonathan Scott right there, the 51 truck. Final truck in your top 10. Let's go see how bad McAvoy is just bent. That truck is bent left, right, front, back. I think he's down on horsepower because his speed is way off. Smith, Ryan, and Blevins. 1, 2, 3. The real action is right here. This bunch. Durand, Kier, Kamba, Spalding, Scott. Mackey right at the front of that group. We'll see if Dana Ryan can reel in Greg Smith. Smith has pretty much been in control of this race since we dropped the green flag. Corey Blevins started 11th. He runs 3rd. Derek Baycorn started 30th and now runs in the 4th spot. Hard charger to say the least. Might be the Dutch Brothers coffee that's got him all charged up. Justin Durand qualified second, dropped to the back for the top 5 in points. Now runs in the 5th spot with Brandon Mackey right behind him. Todd Keir has kept that 88 truck in the top 10 all race. We're exactly a third of the way through. Starting lap number 34. And Dana Ryan made up a lot of ground, and then he brushes the fence getting into turn 1. I think that got his truck a little out of kilter, and he lost about 2 truck lengths. He bumps the fence again coming out of 2. He might want to figure out where the right side of his truck is. Corey Blevins on a slow crawl forward. He's closing the gap. Maybe half a truck length a lap here. Derek Bacorn is hanging with this group. And it is a little gap back to Durand and company. He's about 1.7 seconds back. Michael Everett back in the top 10. He got around Jonathan Scott and Kevin Spaulding. Go back to Travis Scheid in 12th. And Chavez. Then it's a hornet's nest. Harold, Downing, Cleek, Callis, Jordan are all in this group. Brad Ebel a ways off. Then Gomez is all by himself. Stephen Pearson got a piece of that incident earlier, the second caution, and he runs back in the 21st spot. Cody Smith is in this group with a damaged truck. He's still a lap down. And then Scott Jensen kind of out here cruising by himself. We'll look and see because he's going by. Frank Ranger was right back there. Ranger went into the pits. Right after he fell back through the field, he went to the pits. So look. You know, is that Pearson? Yeah, that's Stephen Pearson. Pearson is the last truck on the lead lap in 21st. And the leaders are closing in. His lap times are considerably slower than these leaders. Corey Blevins has reeled in Dana Ryan now. Dropped out of his mirror to the left side on that short dog leg between the middle of the front stretch and turn 1. It looks like it's going to pay off. He pulls alongside the 1 truck up the back stretch into 3 and 4. He'll have the 83 truck in front of him as a pick, but he clears Dana Ryan. So Blevins now closing in on the leaders. You can see the gap close. That's Kyle Gomez in the 55. He gives the leaders all the room they need. Let's go back here to this group. That's Ryan Camba in 7th. Michael Everett, Todd Keir, Jonathan Scott, Kevin Spaulding, Travis Scheid. And then it's a little gap back to Chavez. Chavez is 13th. Closest racing on the track is right in this group right here. Everybody else has kind of gotten stretched out. Ryan and Mackey are tire tracking each other, but they are not closing the gap on the group in front of them. They are not reeling Bacorn in. It's still 1.6 seconds. Craig Smith will let Blevins get to about 3/10, and then everything is kind of staticked out. So we're about 20 laps into this run. Had a pit stop on lap 23. We restarted on about lap 25. Field is starting to get spread out a little bit. Dana Ryan starting to lose touch with the top two now. He is falling back just over a second. Bacorn kind of held station right there, but the guy that's making a move finally forward, 30 of Justin Duran, the 99 of Mackey. They have started to reel in the 47 of Bacorn, closing the gap. Every lap just a little bit. They got it down to 1.4 seconds now. You see the 99 truck take off in the dirty air wash off the 30. He got down in the corner, got into all that dirty air, and could not hold the truck on line. That's what makes these trucks so tough. They get in the dirty air, they get super tight, you lose the nose. It's hard to turn down and go around somebody. You have to have an enormous run to make that work. Ryan Camba has freed himself from the Michael Everett and Jonathan Scott battle. And now Jonathan Scott clears Michael Everett. So we're single file back to Todd Keir and Kevin Spaulding. Travis Scheid in 12th is trying to work his way to the top lane because that's where Keir made the pass on Spaulding just now. And Scheid will get the job done. So Travis Scheid to 11th. Spaulding to 12th. Back up front, Corey Blevins. Got a great run out of 4, and he has pulled alongside. We may have a new leader the next time we come around. Blevins out front, but Smith was trying to pull to just to the left side and catch a little draft and get his nose back in there, but I think it's just a little too late. And we got a new leader on lap number 48, Corey Blevins to the point. Smith back to second, and Ryan is still holding third. He is 1.8 seconds behind the two leaders, but now it's 0.7 of a second. Bacorn and Durand not going to stay behind the 47 for long. Got to run through 1 and 2, and now he's closing the gap. Move him to 4th. Mackey's still 6th behind Bacorn. It is a long ways back to Camba. It is 3.5 seconds. I think we got about one more pit stop in here. I think we're going to get to somewhere maybe lap 70 to 75 before they have to pit. Trying to do some math in my head. It's about 46, 48 laps. Once you start getting later in the run, you save a little more fuel because you got to be a lot more patient getting back to the throttle. So some guys can get it out there. We pitted on 23. It's going to be somewhere around 70 to 75 max if they run them dry. I wouldn't be surprised somewhere around lap 65 to see somebody try to undercut the whole field. We'll keep our eyes on those things. Kyle Gomez on pit road. I don't know if that's for a scheduled stop or if the 55 truck just might be done. He looks like he's missing a right front A-arm or something. That right front tire looked like it was folded up under the truck. Blevins got around Smith, and he's opened the gap to 0.3 of a second. Durand got around Ryan up to third, but he's still just over 2 seconds behind the leaders. Ryan right behind, and then it's Derek Bacorn and Brandon Mackey. And they're about a second behind Durand and Ryan. Canvas still 7 seconds off the lead. Jonathan Scott behind him, about the same. Michael Everett and Frankie Chavez. Chavez having a good run. We saw him spin out on caution number 1 down through the grass in turn 4. And he has recovered and brought that 23 truck into the top 10. Keir, Scheid, Spalding through 13. Then Russell Harrell, Coy Callis. Don Jordan, 16. Downing, Cleek, Ebel. Last truck on the lead a lap. He runs in the 19th spot. Pearson and Smith, a lap to 2 laps down each. They run 20th and 21st. Corey Blevins, slow and steady, driving away from the field. We're past halfway, guys. 45 laps to go this time by. We know we got one more pit stop coming up. When it's going to happen, I'm not exactly sure. Tell you what, Justin Durand is about 3.5 to 0.4 of a second faster every lap than the two in front of him, and that gap is starting to shrink. And it's starting to shrink quick. He's got it under a second to Greg Smith. And in that lap, he picked off 1/10 and a half. It was just about 1.6 when we crossed the line. We'll follow him for another lap. We'll see where it's at compared to the leader. When you got clean air, everything is good. But when you get within about 0.8 to 0.7 of a second of the truck in front of you, you start to catch that dirty air wash, and it really just changes everything. And now he's down to 0.4. He got it down another 1/4 of a second that time. Man, that truck is flying. On cruise control, looking like. Durand has made it to the back bumper of the 60 truck of Greg Smith. Is he going to make the move in 1 and 2? Or is he going to follow one more lap? He's going to stay to the outside and try to cross him over and get the run on exit. And I just think he caught too much dirty air, and he couldn't get close enough to get the run. Getting there is one thing. Being able to execute that pass is a complete other. They'll go through 1 and 2, and it was nose to tail. Now there's a truck and a half between them. Durand is trying to pick the spot. He just can't stay close enough to get that good run on exit and get his nose there. He might have it this time. Timed that out pretty good. And he's going to get alongside, and he's going to make Smith have to go to the high side. Durand around to the 60 truck, and he almost had him cleared. Be 39 laps to go. And now Durand has Greg Smith on his rear bumper. He's second. He's 1 second behind the leader. Dana Ryan still fourth, but falling back, he's over 3 seconds behind the battle in front of him, and he's getting reeled in by Brandon Mackey. Baycorn still in sixth. Scott, Everett, Kamba, and Chavez through the top 10, and those three have come back together. Everett, Kamba, and Chavez have started to become a little bit of a train around here. Nose to tail in it. Dana Ryan, the first truck to drop off to pit road. So out of the top five, the one truck with 37 laps remaining drops to pit road. Should be a 4-tire stop. How long before the rest of our leaders come in? They can't stay out there and let him get too many good laps in. Leaders go by. Ryan still on the jack on the left sides. Waiting on fuel, finally rolls away. That seemed like an exceedingly long stop. So now we're going to go watch our leaders because Durand is there. He has caught the 24 of Corey Blevins now. A dip to the inside, and I don't think Blevins can do much about it. Another truck coming off pit road. Brandon Mackey is on pit road. Another truck out of the top five onto pit road. Mackey will head for his pit stall. Durand assumes the lead. Will Blevins duck off? Doesn't look like it. Greg Smith still right there. Now Baycorn is up to fourth, and then Jonathan Scott will be in the top five right now. I think 3 to 4 laps is the max we're going to see here, and guys are going to have to start dipping it to pit road. It's Scott Jensen. Oh, wait, maybe it's not. That's the 56 truck of Brad Ebel. Last truck on the lead lap, and he's going to go a lap down. Now is Blevins ready to hit pit road? No. Greg Smith? No. Derek Baycorn? No. Michael Everett now fifth. He's going to pit road. So is Ryan Kamba. Jonathan Scott, Todd Keir, Russell Harold. Man, the leaders coming through 3 and 4 again. Staying out. Blevins losing touch with our leader big time. He's falling back 1.1 seconds. Baycorn. Spalding. Chavez hits pit road. You're too much, Scotty. Todd Keir on fresh skins going right by your leader. Keir 18th at the moment. Coy Couse, Travis Scheid on pit road. Michael Everett and Russell Harold are still on pit road. They have been on pit road for about 3 laps now. Corey Blevins on pit road. Ducks off out of second place. So we'll watch the 30 of Durand. We'll see if he chooses to pit this time. Down into turn 3. If he stays low here and doesn't take that wide exit line, yeah, he's going to pit road. Now does Greg Smith follow suit? Yes, he does. How about Derek Bacorn? Bacorn's going to stay out another lap. Kevin Spaulding. I don't know what Don Jordan's going to do. Let's go watch Durand's pit stop. We'll see if the undercut for Ryan worked or if the undercut for Mackey worked. There goes Durand into his pit stop. Here comes Greg Smith right behind him. Durand drops and drives away, and so does Smith. Bacorn's on pit road, and that hands the lead to the 25 of Kevin Spaulding. Now let's see where Brandon Mackey is. There's Ryan, there's Durand, and there's Smith. So Mackey, via the undercut, will assume the lead when the rest of the field pits, which is Spaulding, Jordan Cleek, and Ebel. How long he'll have it? Hard to say. Dana Ryan runs second right now, then Durand and Smith. And there's Kevin Spaulding. Those guys are unlapping themselves the natural way. Spaulding yet to pit. Got to come in soon. That's a bold strategy, Cotton, but I don't think it's going to work out for him. Jordan's still out. Todd Cleek. We haven't talked about the 45 truck much tonight, but there he is. He runs third right now. He is 22 seconds behind the leader, Kevin Spaulding. Those three have yet to pit, and there's Brandon Mackey. And Mackey is going to catch Cleek unless he pits pretty quick, and then it's kind of foregone. Ebel in between, and then there's Dana Ryan and Justin Durand as they have come back together. We're going to be at 25 to go here momentarily. I just don't see, he's got to pray for a caution. The field is so spread out. I just think unless somebody makes an individual mistake, there's no way you can make it on fuel. $25 laps to go. We still have 7 trucks. Officially on the lead lap. Jonathan Scott is right here. Jonathan Scott runs 33.5 seconds behind your leader, who's right behind him. Now Spaulding looks to be headed to pit road. I saw Corey Blevins go by. Blevins must have gotten a speeding penalty going in or coming out because he no longer part of the equation. Lap down or running 16th. Jordan now has the lead. And oh, man, he almost got plowed in the back by Michael Everett right there coming out of turn 4. Mackey just waiting for Jordan to pit. Could assume the lead unless Justin Durand catches him because Durand got around Ryan, has opened up the gap on Ryan, and is closing the gap very quickly. On Brandon Mackey. Mackey tried to undercut. He had it for a little bit. There goes Don Jordan. Now Brandon Mackey will be your new leader. They're closing in on Travis Downing, 14th, and officially the last truck on the lead lap. So pit cycle pretty much complete. Todd Kleek, the 45 truck, has taken that Dodge Ram onto pit road. And he has been sitting there for a number of laps. I don't know if he got a penalty or if the truck is just that bad off. Durand now to the bumper of Mackey. Dips to the outside. Right alongside. Door to door. Out of 4. And Durand's going to have the run. He's going to clear the 99 of Mackey. He goes back to the point. 21 laps to go. Can Greg Smith close in? And unseat Mackey from the second position in the next 20 and a half laps. The lap times say yes he can. The lap times say he can catch the leader if he can maintain that speed. He and Dana Ryan are both about 2/10 quicker than the two trucks up front. So we will see. $19 to go, and it's 0.6 of a second from Durand to Mackey. It is another 1.5 seconds back to Greg Smith, who has caught up to Downing. And now he'll go by him. Then Dana Ryan, Derek Bacorn, 5th, Jonathan Scott, Frank Chavez, Ryan Campbell, Coy Callis after the lap 2 incident. 2 truck inside the top 10. He runs 9th. Todd Keir has kept that 88 truck inside the top 10 minus the pit cycles all a night long here. Good run for the 88. Scheid, Spalding, Downing, Blevins in 14th, Jordan, Everett, Cody Smith, Pearson, Jensen, Kleek back on track, 3 laps down. Russell Harrell, Frank Ranger, 22 trucks on the track, Ranger, 4 laps down. Kyle Gomez is out there. He's about 13 laps down. McAvoy's 12 laps down. He's making laps. 24th. Justin Durand is just gapping these guys. And Greg Smith is going to get to Mackey. And he's still going to have probably about 15 laps to go. Nobody's getting to Durand unless he makes a giant mistake all on his own. There goes Smith around Mackey in turns 1 and 2. So Smith 2 seconds behind Justin Durand, now takes over second. Mackey is back to third. He's got about 3.8 seconds on Dana Ryan. So finish out the laps and he's going to have him a podium tonight. $14 laps to go. Justin Duran by a country mile. Smith and then Mackey, second and third. Ryan, Bacorn, Chavez. Chavez, a sixth place run at the moment, but Jonathan Scott and Ryan Campbell are all over him. Coy Callis still ninth. Callis is about 19 and a half seconds away from the lead. It's about a half a lap. And then Todd Keir, a top 10 run, is he's got Don Jordan beside, but Jordan not on the lead lap. Kevin Spaulding's the next truck, and you can see he is about, half straightaway behind Todd Keir. Travis Scheid in 12th, the last truck on the lead lap at the moment. We started it with 30. We got 12 on the lead lap. We still have 23 running. Brian McAvoy turned it into the pits about 10 laps ago. His night finished. 24th place for him tonight. Truck coming back on off of pit road is McAvoy. So he's gonna try to continue. Maybe they had a plug wire loose or something. That's your leader going around Frank Ranger at the start finish line here with 10 laps to go. It is nearly 2.5 seconds from first to second. Nine laps, 2.4 seconds now is the gap. Mackey still third. Ryan and Bacorn 4 and 5. And Ranger is holding his own right here with your leader, just following him around. 8 laps remaining. Will be a top 3 interviews when we finish. That was Don Jordan on the bottom. That's your leader rolled past right there. This time 7 laps to go. Bacorn's still 5th. You can see Dana Ryan right there. That green and blue truck. Bacorn, chance to reel him in here. Still got about 6.5 laps. He could get the job done. Spots are spots and points are points. And the last time, Bacorn was quite a bit, near half a second faster than Ryan. And Blevins is going to go by Ryan on the bottom. That'll open things up, and Bacorn is going to have the opportunity to get close to the one truck. Wave lap coming around this time for your leaders. 5 to go. Good run from Bacorn. Out of turn 4. He's alongside Dana Ryan now. Bacorn trying to clear the one truck with a good exit line. He's going to get it done, and Bacorn moves himself to 4th. Justin Duran, adios amigos. He waved goodbye once he cleared Mackey. And he has gapped at 3 seconds. Greg Smith got around Mackey, but has not been able to catch Justin Duran at all. He's opened a pretty good gap on Brandon Mackey. Mackey's got plenty of room, 6 seconds with 3 laps to go. If he doesn't run out of fuel, he should be able to hang on for a podium finish tonight. Durand qualified second. Dropped to the back of the field via the top 5 in points rule. Charged his way back to the front, and he has led the vast majority of this race. Two to go that time by. White flag coming out this time. Derek Bacorn moved to 4th and gapped himself from Dana Ryan. He's going to have a great run here tonight. But it is Justin Duran into 3 and 4. Dominant performance at Kentucky under the lights. He's going to win. On the bluegrass, Justin Duran to victory lane. Greg Smith going to come home 2nd. And Brandon Mackey undercut the field, and it's going to help him secure a podium finish. He finishes 3rd. Bacorn and a ride for 5. Chavez, Camba, Scott, Callis, Spalding in the top 10. Keir, 11th, and Travis Scheid, the last of, Todd Keir, the last of your lead lap trucks, because Travis Scheid was 1 lap down. That was 12th, Blevins 13th, Cody Smith, Michael Everett, Travis Downing, Don Jordan through 17, Stephen Pearson 18, Todd Cleek 19, Scott Jensen was 20th. 21st on out, Harold, Ranger, Gomez, McAvoy, Ebel, Rundle, Bigelow, Barletta, Gaxel, and Adam Vinny, 30th this evening. Oh, let's start finding our drivers and getting them moved around. I got to find the Smith boys. There we go. I'm going to have to be careful with the moves here. A lot of moves. It's a lot of moves to get these guys where I want them. Uh-oh. There we go. They all moved themselves. So I was grabbing one, and he took off on me. Let's get ready to talk to our 3rd place driver. Driver of the 99 truck, Brandon Mackey. You got a copy?
I got you, Roger. How we doing?
Well, that was an interesting race, to say the least. A couple of weird cautions early. You had to do a little recovery, it looked like, but you did a great job. You undercut the field. You're still going to come home 3rd.
Yeah, there's a couple of close calls there through the restarts. Somebody stayed out on tires and just got to work your way through that. And just tried to keep my line and not get too over aggressive and put the race in jeopardy. And then, yeah, I tried to short pit them and get out ahead of them and see if I could hold on. But those guys were just beating me really bad in the middle of 1 and 2, and I just couldn't figure it out all night. I felt like I could keep up in 3 and 4, and they just rolled the middle on me in 1 and 2, and that's where they beat me.
Yeah, looked like the track kind of went through a couple of changes because guys were able to really get to the bottom pretty easy, and especially in 3 and 4 until we got late in this thing. It looked like the middle kind of got a lot faster through that set of corners.
It did. Everybody was running the bottom early, so it rubbered up really good, and it kind of got slick, and you were kind of sliding if you tried to get back in the throttle at your usual point. So if you moved up, you could kind of turn it down on the exit and get a little bit more momentum. And yeah, that second run, it definitely came in on that second groove in 3 and 4.
Well, an awesome job tonight, a podium finish, some shout outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, I just want to thank my girlfriend Jess for watching every week, my parents for watching every week, watching me do this. It's a great time. All the sponsors for the series, SecureALift boat lift restraint systems, Dirt Racing Network, my boys over at DNF, Velocity Wraps for the good looking truck I got going on, and youth putting on this stream. It's really good. I hope all the viewers out there enjoyed it. It was a fun race.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. I will look forward to seeing you probably early next week.
Sounds good, Roger. Look forward to talking to you soon.
All right, I'll be down. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Brandon Mackey finishes in third, and now let's grab Mr. Greg Smith. We had a chat before the race. We're going to get to have a chat after the race. Man, you looked fast early, and then the 30 truck showed up, and you did a lot of chasing towards the end of this thing.
Yeah, hats off to the 30 truck and Justin in that win. He did what he had to do to save his right front tire. About lap 45, I ran into some equipment failure myself where my throttle was getting stuck, and it was only on entry to 3, so just shredded the right front off my car, and I just lost everything I had at that point.
Kind of wild. We get through a couple of cautions, and then you get that big long run to go through green flag pit stops, come out and cycle. You had a couple of trucks you had to catch right there. Any concerns knowing that it was a 30-lap run? You still needed to try to get as many positions as possible.
Unfortunately, I took how my cars were dealt tonight to me. I don't know if Corey got a speeding penalty on pit road, but that ultimately gave me a spot. I hated I had to call it for my pit because as soon as I did that, I knew Justin was going to take advantage of my same cycle as me, and I couldn't undercut him at that point. So hats off to him for a good race.
Well, an awesome job tonight. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a great run.
As always, the guys at Midwest Truck Series for hosting this league, SecureALift boat lift restraint systems, and obviously you guys over at the Dirt Racing Network for broadcasting it. I got a few friends at the house watching, and look forward to next week at Dega. Looks like I will be starting in the back, which is okay with me.
Yeah, you got a lot of them in the chat, and they have been active all night long, so kudos to them, and kudos to you for a great run tonight, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. We'll see you next week.
Greg Smith finishes second tonight. And now it is time. Talk to the driver. Picked up really the most spots in the race, even though he qualified up front. He had to pass the most trucks. Justin Duran, I don't know how you did it, but, man, looked like that 30 truck was just fast every single lap all night long.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks. I'm a pretty conservative driver. I like the long run better, so this suits me very well. So unfortunate to start in the very back because it can be very, very tricky to pass here with kind of a one-ish lane in both corners. You can kind of utilize up there, but it's just not preferred. So
Right.
I just got a lucky break missing that first yellow. I'm not sure if you saw me, but I had to swerve to miss that, so that was a pretty fortunate break there. Had a couple misses, so lucky night. Very fun to drive through the field, even though I hate starting in the back, but great to get back into victory lane.
Well, it was all care. We saw you sneak through there on the first one, and it clipped a couple of the other guys that were back there. And it's always best when you don't have to race the top guys in the series, but it wouldn't have mattered tonight. It looked like you were just absolutely on rails, man.
Yeah, like I said, this is probably my favorite truck or track car combo. I've just been faster from the start. I'm not sure what's clicked other than just being a good long run driver. So it's just kind of my bread and butter. Uh, Needed the long runs tonight, so it was very good to see those, to be able to make up that ground of everybody that kind of pushed harder and harder than they probably should have, because considering this track is kind of like a cheese grater, especially down in 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah.
Got a unfortunate, I guess, just racing incident with the 24 bumped me, I think, out of the trial, so he didn't do anything wrong there, but it put me back about 3.5 seconds. Like I said, lucky enough to kind of keep the run going, so I ended up just getting by both of those guys. And then just kind of pit with the 60 did, because so you can get no undercut, and just kind of just maintain the lead from there after getting past the 99.
Awesome job, man. Some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here. You copy me?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, just want to give a shout out to the field. Unfortunate to have a lap 1 yellow. I think it took out the 64, so that sucks not seeing him. Same thing with the 79. But overall, great run by everybody here in the Truck Series and the admins for putting it up. As well as the SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems for sponsoring the league, and then, like I said, hopefully another fun race for you up there in the booth in the Dirt Racing Network.
Was a lot of fun watching it. Congrats on the win, man. Look forward to seeing you back next week.
Appreciate that, Roger.
Justin Duran picking up the win here tonight at Kentucky. Fantastic run for that young man. He did everything right. Kept the truck underneath him, kept his wits about him. And that's what it takes to get to the front. So congrats to him. Congrats to all the drivers. A couple of early cautions. It took some of the top contenders out, which is part of racing. Unfortunate, but it is part of racing. So we'll see those guys rebound next week. I hope you guys had as much fun watching as I did bringing it to you. If you haven't already, like, share, follow on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, Trovo. Know every time we go live. Looking forward to shows next week. We'll see if the Tuesday night show is a go. If it is, then KR Stolfus will be in the booth with you guys while I go assume some admin duties for one night. And then we'll be back here with these guys next Wednesday. And after that, we fill back up. All 3 nights will be full, starting the first week of May. Well, thank you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we see each and every night here, there's nothing to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back to everyone that is involved there. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down at all times, and come back and see